Have you ever felt like your damage in MFF is inconsistent? Sometimes it explodes, and sometimes it's like, wait, that's it. Same build, same rotation, same character. So what's actually going on? It's not your skills. It's not your CTP. There's a high chance you're missing one of the most underrated stats in the game. Chain hit damage. And today, I'm breaking it down completely. Why this stat can literally double or even triple your real damage without you even realizing it. First, let's clear something up. Chain hit damage is not just another damage stat. It's not like energy attack. It's not like all attack. This is a multiplier. And in Marvel Future Fight, multipliers are everything. The more multipliers you stack, the more your damage scales exponentially, not linearly. Now imagine this. You're using a character with multi-hit skills. One skill can land 20, 30, even 50 hits. Every single one of those hits gets affected by chain hit damage. So the longer the hit chain, the crazier your total damage becomes. That's why characters like Sharon Rogers, Luna Snow Thor can suddenly feel insane. Same build, but with optimized chain hit damage, different level. Now here's where most players get it wrong. Comic cards can give you up to 200% chain hit damage, and people look at that and go, just 200%? No. This is one of the most valuable stats in the entire game, because it multiplies, it doesn't just add. Let me simplify it. Let's say your base damage is 100. Without chain hit scaling, it stays 100. But once you introduce high chain hit damage, that value gets multiplied across multiple hits and combined with other stats. The final result, way higher than you expect. Now it gets even deeper. Chain hit damage stacks with all attack, skill damage bonus, damage CTP effects like rage or energy. So if your base build is already good, adding chain hit damage is like boosting everything at once. And this is the difference between a decent account and an endgame account. Endgame players don't just stack stats, they stack the right multipliers. Now the big question, should you aim for 200% chain hit damage on comic cards? The answer is not always, because comic cards have limited slots. You still need... So everything needs to be balanced. But once you hit mid to late game, and your core stats are already capped, chain hit damage becomes a priority. Here's a pro tip. If you roll chain hit damage on your comic cards, do not ignore it, especially if you already have capped cooldown, capped ignore defense, solid attack stats. That's when your damage starts becoming ridiculous. Now here's something most people don't talk about. Chain hit damage shines the most in specific modes like World Boss Legend Giant Boss Raid, ABX/ABL. Why? Because these modes reward sustained damage, not just burst. If your build is all burst, but lacks chain hit scaling, your damage will fall off mid-fight. But with high chain hit damage, your damage stays consistent and even ramps up over time. That's why sometimes you see another player doing calm damage, but ends up as MVP. It's not just skill, it's optimization. So here's the takeaway. If you want a real damage increase in MFF, stop focusing only on attack. Start paying attention to chain hit, damage. This is not a beginner stat, but this is the stat that separates you from everyone else. From now on, every time you roll comic cards, every time you optimize your build, don't just look for bigger numbers, look for multipliers. Because in Marvel Future Fight, what makes your damage insane is not the numbers themselves. It's how those numbers multiply. And once you optimize chain hit damage, trust me, your damage will never feel the same again.